Imagine you're heading out on an amazing mountain hike. The air is crisp, the path is clear, and best of all, you have a completely reliable, perfectly accurate trail map in your hand. In life, that map is God's truth. But just as you get into a good rhythm, someone jumps out onto the trail. They're loud, they're wearing flashy gear, and they tell you to toss that map away. They promise a thrilling shortcut that breaks all the park rules, but guarantees way more fun. The book of 2 Peter points out that people like this actually exist. The text identifies them as false teachers. They operate by spinning fabricated stories. They know exactly what to say to sound believable and exciting, drawing people in with big, empty promises. They promise their followers ultimate freedom. They make it sound like the rules are just holding you back from a real adventure, which masks what they're actually doing. Following that shortcut doesn't lead to freedom. As the dotted line veers away from the solid path, it marches straight into wilderness dangers. Within minutes, the shortcut spirals into a tangled knot, leaving you stuck with no clear way home. If there are tricksters out there actively trying to walk us into a trap, how are we supposed to stay safe on the trail? The answer is that we aren't hiking alone. God acts as the ultimate rescue ranger, watching over the entire trail network from above. We know he is an expert at these operations because he has left us historical trail markers, clear evidence of his past rescue missions. The first trail marker in the text points to the story of a man named Noah. Noah faced an overwhelming level of danger. He lived in an ancient world overflowing with ungodly choices, eventually leading to a massive, catastrophic flood. But God didn't let Noah sink along with everyone else. He stepped in, protected Noah, and pulled him and 7 others to safety. This record shows a clear pattern. God knows exactly how to shield his people, even when the surrounding culture is heading in the wrong direction. The text mentions another marker, a man named Lot, whom God airlifted out of a city completely overrun by lawless behavior. But perhaps the most unusual trail marker in this chapter is the story of a man named Balaam. Balaam was acting irrationally. He decided to wander off the safe path, driven by greed, hoping to collect a selfish reward for doing the wrong thing. His journey came to a sudden halt when his own donkey recognized the danger of the detour and refused to take another step. Even when Balaam tried to force the issue, the animal refused to budge. The text says God gave this donkey a human voice to speak up and stop Balaam's madness. If a pack animal has the sense to recognize a dangerous detour, it shows how foolish it is for us to blindly follow a fake guide. These markers point to the same truth. God has the power to stop tricksters in their tracks, so we never have to fear the fake guides if we stay close to him. This leads to the good news for us today. By knowing Jesus Christ, we have already been rescued. We've been pulled out of the wilderness and washed clean. But the danger of slipping backward into old traps is still there. False teachers will constantly try to convince you to abandon your clean slate and go right back to making those same bad choices. 2 Peter uses a vivid proverb to describe this. Returning to old habits is like a dog going back to its own mess. The second proverb is about a sparkling clean, scrubbed pig. Once washed, it dives face first right back into a giant puddle of mud. Once you are clean, safe, and walking on solid ground, jumping back into the mud just because a stranger promised it was fun is completely silly. When God sets your feet on the right path, keep walking. Trust his map, ignore the fake guides trying to get you muddy, and remember that your ultimate rescuer is always with you.